Welcome back to J&J's Lowdown. So today we're talking about what?
Well, we got some tech news. We've got the Apple AR headset.
Oh man, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Amazon Fire Cube is the other thing. Fire
yes.
TV Cube. I've got mixed feelings about it as well. So it's a mixed feelings day for reviews.
Yes.
But let's go ahead. We'll talk about the Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah,
because that's the one I read more about.
Yeah, let's talk. I mean, I'm a huge Amazon Prime member, so I'm a big supporter of Amazon. I like what they do, but I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, I have the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
And I love my Fire Stick. I think it's fantastic. It allows me to watch all those things. I mean, I have a smart TV, but having it on this, this UI, this interface, it just makes it easier. Plus, you got Alexa. You can just ask her for stuff. With the Fire Cube, the Fire TV Cube, it has the voice commands. Apparently, the voice commands are actually really phenomenal. I mean, even when you've got a speaker running right beside of it, some reviewers have said that it still hears you just fine and do commands.
Right.
For people who just want it for the ease of use, to be able to say, hey, pull up this TV show, pull up this, bring my Xbox online, which it can turn your Xbox and stuff on using the different ports.
Really?
It has an IR.
Oh,
so it uses infrared. So anything that's infrared capable, it's able to turn on. I mean, it can control all of your stuff. You can have it turn on your sound bars and your surround sound systems and TVs.
Man.
I mean, anything that's connected to it, with some exceptions, but for the most part, I mean, everything that's connected to it, it can turn on and do stuff with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the only issue I have there is it's always listening. I have an issue. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, big brother, where art thou?
That's not even my problem. I guess it is in a way, but I mean, all of that's stored somewhere.
It's got to be stored
It's
somewhere.
the reason why I didn't want to connect on the Xbox One.
Right.
I don't like the idea of something always looking or always watching, always listening. And it's not because I'm worried that something I'm doing is illegal or anything. It's more of there's a privacy issue there.
You just like your privacy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously my privacy is not too private sometimes, but at the same time, I don't know that I feel that something always listening just makes me comfortable.
What kind of creep do you think it is that sits on the other side of that stuff and goes through all those storage?
Well, I mean, there's got to be somebody.
Someone's got to do it.
There's somebody listening for keywords and phrases. I mean, that's part of what the government does. But like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think that's what it does. I'm not telling you not to get it because I think it is an option for people who want this. Because everything that I've read, all the reviews state that it is a fantastic piece of hardware. It's quick. It's easy to use. The only issue is you want to stereo up to it if you want to listen to music because its speaker system is tinny.
Right.
Because, everything's in a box. I mean, maybe this big. This box is, you can hold it like this.
Oh.
It looks pretty. It's very
nice.
Modernistic because it's just sleek and black. So it looks very nice if you're wanting it as a centerpiece. I think it's $119, which I think is a little excessive for that kind of thing.
Right.
But if you're looking to get what's the best, $119 is, like I said, a high price point.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to get something that controls all of your different hardware, you're looking to get something that's, easy to use. It still has a universal remote. And the universal remote is apparently one of the best ones out there. It literally controls everything. My
only thing with it is I'm afraid it might be like the box from the Hellraiser. If anybody remembers the box from the movie Hellraiser,
if any of you see chains coming out of it, just run.
Run.
Just run.
Don't stand there and stare at it. Don't try to figure out the puzzle. Run.
Here's the thing. It's sleek and black. It doesn't have a puzzle. Are you going to put a puzzle on it?
I'm just saying you don't know nowadays.
I'm going to go ahead and say, I know Amazon's probably not watching. However, that would be an amazing design decision. I would buy one just for it to look like that.
Yes.
If they skin it like that, I would buy that and put it on my mantle. I may never turn it on, but I would buy it just for that. Just so when somebody comes over, I'm like, don't mess with that. And then it talks to them.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. That is the way to go.
That'd be great.
It's running some great hardware. Getting off of the jokes aside, because I could keep going about Hellraiser forever. Love those movies.
Great movies.
I was raised on those movies. My mom
was too.
Dude, Amityville Horror, Hellraiser,
yes.
Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what I watched. That's what we cut our teeth on growing up.
It was me too.
That was Friday movie night.
It was.
So, back to the Fire Stick Cube. It's running some great hardware. It's actually got a 6-core processor. It's a hexa processor.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I mean, 4 of the processors run a little bit faster than the other 2. But, I mean, it's sleek. It's fast. The performance is pretty good. The only issue that I've heard of that we're having any kind of issues with is when you try to sideload apps and stuff, like emulators. A lot of people want to put emulators on their...
Everybody loves emulators.
Yeah. And I haven't talked to them. I have looked online at some reviews and stuff, and the issue is that the only one that some people could get on there was the PSP one.
Really?
Yeah, so, things like Burnout and stuff that you play on there, sure, you can get that on there, but the Nintendo 64 emulators, Dreamcast emulators, just don't run on there.
Right.
So, and when you tell it to find a movie for you, it's always going to default to Amazon, because Amazon wants to get theirs. I mean, that's how they work. They're one of the biggest companies in the world.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah. So, you're going to have to, when you say, hey, find me The Office, because it's, if Amazon has that on their service, it's going to automatically default to that, and you're going to have to use the remote to move over to whatever platform it's on, because it's not going to be on Netflix much longer.
Right.
So, you're going to have to find out which options. So you're going to have to go into the movie, find other options to watch, and then find the next place for it to be that isn't going to cost you money. So I'm kind of wishy-washy about it.
Yeah.
For $119 is not for me. I'll stick with my Fire Stick. If they upgrade some of it, allow you to start putting emulators on there and secondary stuff.
Start adding little features for it.
Yeah, and maybe you can mute it. There's a button on the top you can press that mutes it. That's only an electronic mute. It's not an actual physical mute. Right. So it's still listening. It's just muting it.
What about, so let's talk about the Apple AR headset. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, the way it works, and nobody actually knows what it looks like yet.
Yeah, it's not. They've not released the details.
No. And we know that it's going to be third party, but we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know the specs. We do know that it's going to allow you to, have a full, like you're going to use the Apple phone to actually see the room, right. And it's going to allow you to augment that reality, so you can do board meetings with people in different places, all sitting around you. So it's augmented reality just seems like a lot of fun, and it brings
I'm excited about moving into that.
I know. I mean, virtual reality is one thing, but augmenting your reality, I mean, because they've already talked years ago, they talked about creating glasses that would allow you to drive safer and spot things, and that may be something they're working forward towards. It's just a thing from me.
That's a theorist.
That's not a rumor that I've heard, but. I don't think we've even heard what the cost of it is yet.
No,
there may be out there.
Release yet.
Yeah. So, but it's apparently coming for 2020 is what I hear. So, definitely more details as that comes out. I think that's going to be something that's going to be really neat to look into.
I do too.
Because AR just sounds like a lot of fun, especially if they implement it right. Think about if they implement it so that you could hook it up to your TV and play games through augmented reality.
Man, that would be awesome.
Or just, hook it up to your Xbox.
Right. And play through that.
Because, Apple streaming, they've got their game streaming service that's coming out as well. Like the full board. So, I think the opportunities for it to completely change the game in terms of how you live your life, the things that you do, reminding you of things before you leave the house, or noticing things on the road that you don't see, helping with doing certain types of work and different types of like interviews. If you can't make it to an interview, or you're a long distance interview, like people interview over the telephone.
Right.
Well, now you'll be able to interview in the boardroom, sitting there.
Yeah, sitting right there.
Yeah. So, wonderful options. We'll see as that progresses. We'll definitely put some more news up there about that when we get more information. But Apple AR definitely coming, so
it's going to be good. We'll see what it tells for us.
Especially if it looks decent. Now, if it looks terrible, it's going to be a flop.
Forget about it.
But I think they're going to make them sleek. I think there's going to be a third-party developer out there that makes them makes some sunglasses like sleek, like them sleek Ray-Bans and stuff.
Yeah, Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. Oh, don't leave me hanging.
Ready Player One.
Just left me hanging. Stop looking at the camera. Look at me.
I didn't have my glasses on.
Supposed to remind you stuff in your periphery?
Yeah. In my AR, it didn't tell me.
I'm definitely going to get you the Apple AR headsets then. But enough about the tech. We're going to talk about, well, we're going to talk about tech, but a different type of tech that we're actually excited about. We've been waiting this whole video to talk about it. Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh my gosh. Listen, if you haven't gotten it, you need to go ahead and get it now. Download it.
Even if you're not a first-person shooter fan,
absolutely.
Get it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best mobile games platforms anyways.
You know, I played Fortnite on mobile. I played PUBG on mobile. We've played numerous first-person shooters, and nothing compares.
No.
Nothing. PUBG Mobile was spotty at best.
Yeah.
Fortnite was great, but there's so much in Fortnite, you just can't do it on mobile.
Can't do it all.
But Call of Duty, man, they got it right.
It's right. I mean, the UI and moving your...
Yeah, you can move the UI and customize the layout of your UI. So if you don't like where the buttons are, you move them.
Yeah.
You don't like how big they are, you change it.
That's right.
If you don't like, anything about it, how it works, you can change it. So
it's pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to tell you. It doesn't take long to rank up. If you get it now, you can move through with the rest of the crew. That's everybody that's down.
We've only been playing it for maybe a week.
Yeah,
at this point,
and we're levels in the mid-20s.
Yeah, we got a little bit late. We just got so much that we do for the show. So, but honestly, before we started filming, that's what we were doing. That's literally what we do at lunch at work. So, if you like first-person shooters, you like the Fortnite, you like Call of Duty in general, you like any of those types of games, this is the game to get.
It is.
Yeah, and it's free to play. You can do premium. It's got the tier system just like Fortnite and stuff does, but it's the way they implement it is so amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's worth your while to download it. It doesn't cost you anything. Check it out. See if you even enjoy it. If you don't, delete it and move on. Doesn't charge you anything.
No, it doesn't. And you're not going to delete it. If you like first-person shooters, you're not going to delete it, I promise.
No.
Get Call of Duty. Really, that's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
As soon as we're done with this, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
So
now, what about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've been talking about it for a while. I was pre-registered. I sent a message to the developers. They sent me a message back saying they're optimizing it for game performance for the big release. But it's been almost a month now. It's supposed to come out on September 24th, and it's still gone. I've looked everywhere. There's no news about it. There's no articles. Nothing on the developer's website as far as I could find. I'm not going to send them another message because if they don't care about it that much, I guess neither do I.
No, what's the point?
The problem is by the time it comes out, the people who have pre-registered for it are going to have found something better to play.
That's right.
And I think they're going to miss their mark.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big flop for them.
So, it's sad for what it is, but sometimes a game just doesn't happen, and that's just it's just one of those things. Sometimes,
that's all you can do.
There's plenty of Game of Thrones games out there, but this one really excited me with the way it was going to play because I thought it was going to be kind of like the Shadow of War game,
right?
Which they just got done. They just knocked all the servers down. They deleted it.
Really?
Yeah. So I was playing it till the end, literally the last hour. But unfortunately, if there's any more news about it, I'll definitely let you know because I was kind of excited about it, and now I'm just kind of let down.
And so, what about the new games coming out?
Yeah, since we're talking about a game that didn't come out, let's talk about some that are coming out.
Right.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's not a sequel. It's a reboot. They're rebooting the entire thing October 25th. For those of you who like the series, you know about it. For those of you who kind of don't know a lot about it, they just came out with a mobile game, and now they're coming out with a complete reboot of the series. It's going to be much more character-driven, story-based.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be all platforms. It's going to be cross-platform.
So you can play it on any game console.
With your friends. So if you got a friend who's only on PC, you got a friend who's only on PlayStation, but you've all got that game, you can all play together.
That's right.
The big issue with that is, though, if you're in ranked matches or you're playing in tournaments, you won't be able to cross-play.
No.
And it's sad for what it is, but it's understandable because certain people will have an advantage given the system.
Right.
PC users probably going to have an advantage because of all the different macros and stuff they can add in there because we know they're going to.
Of course.
PCs have so much that you can do with them that makes gaming easier, better, funner.
Yeah.
I just like consoles.
I do too.
Yeah, I got to work on getting a better PC, but for now that's what it is. But
what about MediEvil?
Yeah, MediEvil's coming out also on October 25th. It's coming out for the PS4 only. If you played the original MediEvil in 1998 on the original PlayStation 1, this is just a remake of that game. Remakes are huge right now. A lot of remakes happening.
Absolutely.
So I love the MediEvil game. I didn't play any of the sequels. I'm pretty sure there was 2 that came out after that, 1 or 2. I know there was a MediEvil 2.
There was MediEvil 2.
But the first one was so much fun. I loved it. It was kind of a quick hack and slash kind of game.
Yeah.
But it was just fun to play. You know, you run around as a skeletal knight guy with, I don't even know what his face was. I don't know how he was a knight with that face. That bone structure. I don't want to know what he looked like alive.
I know.
Ooh, goofy guy. But it's coming out on PS4 October 25th. Looks like it's going to be super fun. If it's anything like the original, it's going to be a blast. Unfortunately, it's only for the PlayStation.
Right.
Once again, the reason why I need to have all systems.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So I've got an Xbox, got a Switch, need to get a PC and a PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's my next goal. So, passing that, Vampire is coming out as well on October 29th for the Switch. It's already out on the other systems. It's coming out for the Switch. It's an interesting take on the supernatural genre.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't mind it.
You don't?
No.
I played for a little bit. I actually got a chance to play it. And I think the risk and reward system, the way they implemented it was wonky.
Yeah.
If you feed on people, you get stronger, but you become more vampiric. Therefore, your appearance changes. You feed on too many people, it messes up the socio-economic town and how the dynamics of the place. I mean, the place just becomes like overrun with monsters and creatures. If you don't feed, of course, it messes with you and makes you weaker, and it just kind of lowers your abilities. It's a fantastic RPG game. It's how they thought of it, the story. It's about a doctor, an actual doctor who becomes a vampire.
Yeah.
And so it's his moral dilemma of whether or not to feed on people to get stronger or not feed on them and just get weaker and weaker. So if you like the series on the others and you want it to be mobile because the Switch Lite's out now,
right,
get it.
Check it out.
But if not, it's definitely worth a shot, especially if it's on sale. If it's not on sale, depending on how you feel about it, definitely watch some reviews before you do. I found the combat to be a little lackluster, and I found the story to be okay, but I mean, really, it was middle of the road for me. I mean, 50-50 as to whether or not I'd get it.
What about Luigi's Mansion 3 coming out?
Did you ever play any of the Luigi Mansions?
Yeah, I loved it. You run around, you've got the little vacuums.
Yeah, the poltergeist or whatever. Yeah. So Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out. The gameplay reveals what we've seen in the trailers. It looks like it's going to be a phenomenal game.
Yeah. I mean, they still have big arcade games on it, so I mean, it's definitely awesome.
Yeah. So I like you're going to have like a little ghost version of you that your friend can actually be in cooperative.
Cool.
So like I think it's called a Goombi or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, is it that?
I think it is a Goombi.
And you can there's all times of you're fighting against ghosts and you're trying to solve puzzles. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. That's coming out on Halloween.
Yes.
About Ghost, going to be coming out on Halloween. Nintendo, you did it right.
They did.
But that'll be on the Switch October 31st. But that's really all the new games that are out right now, or coming out as the month closes. We'll talk about some more as we get closer into the end of the month. But that's really all that we have for today.
Yeah.
I think really we talked about the AR, we talked about the Cube.
We did.
Some new games, but we'll have some more stuff for you. Definitely like, comment, subscribe in the comment section below. Thank you all for joining us. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch. We'll have the links in the comment section below as well. A lot of stuff to put in the comment section. You wouldn't imagine, but there is.
You can put a lot in there.
You can.
You can.
It takes a while.
Yeah, make it nice.
I'll make it pretty.
Pretty.
But y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us at J&J's Lowdown. We hope to see you on Tuesday.
Take care.